Hello all, this is Zimdala coming at you with some more of the Planet Crafter, the Toxicity DLC, and we'll be picking up where we left off. We were just preparing our stuff up for the the purification rocket things. And well, we have to wait for it to process a bunch of stuff here, so we have a little bit of time. I think we can go back and check out that tree where we put that stuff, so we can go sort that out a bit. We are going to need a little bit of iron for that part of it. We can potentially bring back some of it because we just emptied out that chest for the most part. So we may end up just bringing back all the purification stuff too. But I'll still end up putting a little chest in there. So it was actually that tree, now that I think about it. So I'll slap one in there. We'll head into the tree. This gets us in. Then this gets us down. Okay. Bam. Bam. Yeah, close enough. There's enough space to actually finish it off, so this is still fine. I guess I still had things in my pocket when I came out here, which was a minor issue, but it's okay. I don't think it will actually have completed all that though. I think it will still need a while longer, but it'll be closer to it. Slap a couple in here as overflow. What have we got in here? It's processing its way through that, so we can take out the waters that we have so far. We can start working our way through this. We will need some mushrooms. Right, we're gonna need some of those as well. So let's put these in here for now. We'll bring out some of these. We're gonna need to make more of those as well, but so this is enough for 2 rockets worth. We can put these away for now. So we might have the right number of those now that I'm looking at it. That might actually be fine. So we'll let that continue to do its thing. What do we need for the rockets? We also need some of the jets. So I think we had a couple jets. These two are some of them. Was there a different reason we needed jets? Let's take a peek. No, I don't think so. I think we used some for our upgrade, and I don't think we needed more right now. So we are going to need to make more jets. No, actually that's the right number of jets for what we want to do anyway. Let's confirm that we don't need super alloy and whatnot. We can actually get that ready while we're going. And nope, it just wants the tungsten and the rockets and that. Cool. Then the other parts of that are already all set. Okay, so it's something we could do that wouldn't take super long. Well, we don't want to carry this purified water around with us, that's for sure. Well, we are going to need a whole bunch of fertilizer at some point, so let's slap some fertilizer together. So 15 of those, 10 eggplants. And we're going to need 5 of these. That's 5 more fertilizers than we had. Let's slap that in here. We're gonna need more bio nuggets at some point. Let's make some of those. So we're gonna need silicone. Let's figure out how many we can make. Let's gather our mushrooms together. 4, 5, 6. So we could make 4 of them. So that would be 4 things of water, I think, and 4 silicone. So we have plenty of water. Bam. So we needed more silicone. So we have made some of that. So I don't think anything we have right now needs the other parts of that. I don't think we need the petri dishes because we can't do this yet anyway. I guess we could make even more of those. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we could grab another 15 out of from one of these. And it needed, what, 5 more waters? Is that what it was? No, sulfurs. Cool. So that gets a lot of that sorted. What was that used for? It was used for tier 2, okay. No reason to have tier 2, we can't actually make the gas things for that. We might want some of the explosive stuff for some things in the future though. So like this right here would use that as well. We don't actually need more power right now, so I haven't been worried about it at all. Alright, let's see if that killed enough time. See if this thing is good. For the most part. Let's pull these out. Let's pull our toxins out. Let's pull this out. pull out the other waters. Need 4 more mushrooms. Damn. Okay, and that should be all of those. So now we are going to need the plastics. You sorted, you should be sorted. So that is 8 plastics. I think that just wants toxins, right? Let's put a bunch of toxins in our pocket. Let's sort that out. Bam, bam, bam. Let's slap the extras in here. Let's slap these out of here. Now we need the other parts of our stuff. So we put them in here. We also need to get... Which one did I put them into? Oh, did I leave it over there? I might have left it over here. Bam. That should be what we need to slam out 4 rockets and bon voyage them into the sky. And that should greatly increase our purification speed. Bam. Here's our purification rocket. That does look kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Bon voyage. It has gone off into the sky. Then bomb. We can launch the next one. Goodbye. Adios. Sayonara. Well, there they go. They're out doing their best in this crazy world. Goodbye, guys. Well. Let's see what that's going to cost us if we wanted to make it. So that's goo cleaning. That would be this that we'd be looking at. So that would want 2 purification things. We do have one of the plastic rods. Biomass screen, yeah, I'm sure that was gonna happen. How fast did we accelerate things? Let's take a quick look. It's not actually going up too much faster. Okay, I was afraid this would go up so much faster that it would be hard to keep up with, but that's okay. That's a decent amount, so we are going to want to make 2 more of those, so that means 4 more waters to process. Bam, bam, bam. What else is it gonna want? So we need 2 more of those. That's easy peasy. They're right here. We also want the rod we've been holding on to. I think it was in this one. Yep. Cool. That is most of what we'll need already. You do have to wait for it to process those waters for a little bit, so let us consider what we want to do with ourself. Let's go and grab these waters. Cool beans. Now what? Let's actually make sure we have one of them in our pocket. 2 of them in our pocket. We're gonna drink one soon. So we are going to need 2 mushrooms. We are going to need Some of these. 2 chlorines. Do we only have 1? We only have the 1. Okay, that means we're gonna need another one of the spores as well. Oh, we did slam our way through a bunch of stuff. How's the food? Is it grown? It's not grown yet. Okie dokie. So we did get the biomass screen. Next one will be orbital information, and then seed spreader row 1. Those are a fair ways away, both of them. Our next oxygen one, of which there's only a couple left, would give us the next heater. We're a ways away from that. The next heat thing would be a fusion generator, so that doesn't matter too much either. Gas extractor is important, but this is already almost here. We almost have this already. This would be more important, this tier 2 extractor. That would be really helpful, and so would the tier 3. So we have most of the unlocks already for this planet. Okay, this should be all set. Bam. Bam. Alright. Is it in our pocket? We do have it in our pocket. There we go. We can breathe in the toxic a lot better. Let's drink our water. Let's get what we need for our journey. We're gonna go on a walk around in the back areas. So we could start in this direction. Nothing's new happening here. We are gonna actually fly up and over these rocks. So this way was blocked to us originally, so I'm gonna see if that's actually still the case, and if it isn't, then maybe I'll look at it. Look at you looking all cool, all lit up. So much glow, much wow. But yeah, this fungal forest right here was an area we couldn't get into. So we're going to come take a look at this and see how close we are to this. I don't think we're at this stage. Yeah, we're definitely not at that stage. Okay, so this is something for the future. I suspected it. How is this toxic lake? Can we get a count? We did for a second. Hundreds. This one right here wants 100. We do fortunately have this set up right next to it, so that will happen in the future. So this was the spiral area. It's going to be pretty hard to really see it well during the night, so we'll probably chill for a little bit. do like how it's glowing up though. The mushrooms are definitely starting to come to life and glow stuff up pretty nicely. This place has 500 to extract, so this place is going to be absolutely crazy when we actually do the main part of it. Now, where was the part that spiraled up and around? If I were that, where would I have been? There you are. I just want to get on top of this and take a look at it. See if it looks cooler from the top. I'm sure it does. So there was a second place we were actually prevented from going for toxic reasons. We're gonna go explore that as well, see if we can break past that point. And that was actually over at the dam, inside of it, specifically. Do we think it looks a lot different up here? There's more of these growing. We'll have to go higher to see if it changes as we go up. So let's find the entrance to this thing. Not get caught up on all this geometry. Get me inside. We are going up. Okay. So there's moss growing all over the top. That's cool looking. This was where we got a lot of the crystals that we'd found so far. So foggy. Yeah, the first time we came through, we picked up the crystals, but we didn't really touch the mushrooms, I guess. Alright, well I think we saw what we wanted to at the top of this, so we will mosey our way back. Well, this will head back to the center if we follow it. No, actually I'm wrong. This one leads to the toxic lake with the dam, actually. Right. Well, I guess maybe that's fortuitous. We just came here a little earlier than I thought we were going to. And maybe not with quite as many supplies as I had originally intended, but that's okay. If we actually legitimately have something to explore, we can always come back. So this place hasn't really been sorted out. So it has a 250 limit to what we have to extract. We're not gonna worry about that for a while. This place isn't too different. This place just looks like it's moss-covered rocks, so I mean that we've seen that already. Yep, he unlocked a new version of the flower spreader. It's just more powerful. It doesn't actually do anything in particular newer. But if we can upgrade to it, we probably want to. This way is leading towards the dam, which is nice. We did want to check that out. Still the same 250? I think so. Yes. So we did leave a little house over here. Oh, we left so much stuff over here. We left plenty of water. We're good for a little bit, actually. Good. Alright, so we are gonna take a peek in here. I don't remember which way had what, so we're kinda gonna go both directions again. So we'll start off to the right. This way needed power. Okay, so we have to be able to do the power cells to go this way. Understood. And that makes that simple. We will go this way then. So this is where you'd put the power cell and unlock the rest of the facility that way. So this elevator led to a little grow chamber that we had to clean out. So we can clean up stuff. It's said that they will come back to save us, these superior beings. We might have seen this already. I think we saw this, actually. So yeah, we're gonna pick up the mushrooms. I don't care about the toxic spores right now. We're just gonna make a quick pass on the mushrooms. And then when we go back, we can fill up our truck. Oh yeah, we're gonna go refill our air real quick. We didn't actually reach the part that I had to check our purification level either, so I know it was past that room. Why did we bring the spores with us? Oh well. Okay, let's head back in. Weird that these are all golden color ones. Ah, there was space food here. Okay. bean seeds. I guess we'll pick up seeds. Guess I didn't register there was all these seeds and food, so... Okay, that's fine. They do look kind of weird and large when you're looking at them, so... Oh well, we did upgrade our flashlight, so that is making a difference. So yeah, we couldn't get through here before. Is this less? 100 MPU, yeah. So the other one was 1G and this is 1 MPU. So we still can't come this way either, but we did get a bunch of stuff. So I'll try to keep track of that number for when we can come back. But we did get stuff out of this journey, so it wasn't wasted. Okay, let us, in fact, set our truck out here. Show me the back. There we go. We'll eat that up. We will pull out our flowers, the toxins. We will load it up with all these goodies. That's as good as it can be. It's definitely full of things we want. So we are gonna mosey back in our own fashion and check out the other corners. So I had intended to return to the center, but that doesn't have to be the way we go. This looks a little different. You are a different sort of ground than I expected. Kind of like sludge in a way. Anything worth noting? Oh, let's turn this off. Just realized that we had our high beams on. Whoopsie doodle. So this will lead us to that back area, and we can explore that up a little bit. I don't remember there being much going on in there, so I don't have high expectations of it being too different, but we'll take a look. It did look kind of like a desert that stretched on for forever, but maybe now that we reached this stage, it'll look different, you know? Plenty of moss over there. How toxic is this lake? Not too bad. Well, it is definitely mossing up over here as well. But I want to see how it looks like in the distance. That crevice seems suspicious to me, but I doubt it actually goes anywhere. We'll peek our nose in, though. Yeah, this doesn't actually look any different at all. Okay. We'll come take a look at this. I don't think it goes anywhere, but we'll look at it again. I expect when we get back we might be at like 12 to 15% completion. Yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. I didn't think so. And by completion is of the way to the next level. So yeah, these don't look too different yet. So the only place we haven't actually poked our nose into is the actual central area. So we will at least look in there. It is on the way. But we did a big old tour. We saw the things in the world that are happening. Can slap a bunch of iron in our pocket. Bring that home with us. Gives us something to carry. Do we think anything looks different down there? Well, let's go find the control thing real quick and just pop down there. Yeah, it doesn't look too different, but this stuff started growing. These bulbs are growing up pretty decently large. I guess there's more plants on the side too, perhaps, but nothing too extravagant. We did our due diligence, we took a peek at it. We'll come back later when we're ready to purify this. I think even if we purify it, we can technically go underwater, but we'll be pretty limited because we can't build under there. I think that there is a power thing to plug into to drain the water, though. I think that's what would happen. Because I know we read some lore about a drainage system. We can get some more aluminum. Get in our pocket. What's in here? Nothing. Okay. Well, which way out? This way out? This way not out. That way out. Hey, we got the plastic rod. So excited. Hey, what's a purified water doing in a place like this? We'll take it home with us. Get in our pocket. This is glowing pretty weirdly at the angle we were at, but it looked cool. I guess we could look into the level 2 plant spreaders, though. We did unlock that. Well, we could bring our vehicle home, too. Alright, show up. Let us sort what we got going on. Iron. Can fill up a little bit here. Let us sort that out. Why are you misaligned? Okay, let's go slap these back in the corner. What would level 2 require? Oh, we could do the level 2 of this. I guess we reached that plateau. Let's come look at what level we actually are at for this. So 100 is when we could go back over there. So we are reaching it. We did vastly accelerate this progress, which is nice. So we are at 11%. Okay, so back to where we were at. Well, what could we... This... Let's empty our truck out. We did put a lot of things into our truck. I want to go back and get some of my golden seeds, so that'd be another trip to near the beginning. Unfortunately. Because I had left them in those vegetubes. But vegetubes actually don't really matter anymore. We've moved past them in oxygen production, so yeah. We are going to put that back in our pocket. Guess the time has come to potentially scavenge that up. And move that over here too. So if we wanted to accelerate with more rockets, we would need to purify a bunch more of these, right? So we needed 8 for each one. We put up 4, so let's double it. So we want 16 of these bad Larrys in here again. So we can have it working on that. Was this thing empty? Not quite, but it's fine. We already had 2 in there. We can actually reduce this by 2. So that will reduce that a little bit. So we would also need a bunch of plastics. So we would need another 8 plastics. So let us consider putting in 8 of these. We are also going to need some more of the chlorines, so we're going to need to put in 4 of these. that should cover all of our current needs. So that will do its thing. We are going to drop off our beans. We're going to carry these foods with us to get rid of them. We'll pick up this array of foods. Slap it in our bin over here. We'll set up our journey. Was this the time we could make those drills a reality? Are we at that point too? We are at that point too. Okay, so when we come back, we're gonna also set up better drills. So when I go over there, I'm gonna tear down the drills we have because they're power inefficient to keep a bunch of drills going. That you're just gonna replace, because each one of the other ones is worth all the other ones put together. So we're gonna massively increase that. So the pressure from the drilling is actually the one thing we wanted to increase a lot, because that has the other ore refineries behind it. And the first level ore extractor is okay, but it's actually the number 2 and 3 that you really want, because they can choose which material you get rather than being random. And being random makes them kind of annoying. They're not worthless when they're random, but they're kind of annoying still. Which is pretty much why I've largely ignored it, because I didn't need to deal with it. I had plenty of resources from not even looting all that much, in my opinion. I didn't even do much looting of the... Like, I didn't even open almost any chests. So... So yeah, we're gonna actually tear down this tiny little purifier. It's not doing anything. Trust me on that. We're gonna take out our golden seeds. We're gonna tear down these veggie tubes. We're gonna go find our drills back here and tear these suckers down. Is that gonna jack my whole inventory up? It sure is. You better believe that. Let's toss this down. Here. Let's fill this up with the goody stuff. Blam, blam, blam. Are we full yet? Yep, we sure as heck are. For now, I'm just gonna slap this stuff in here. I might not actually keep it in there. I guess I don't have a better thing to put in there currently. So until I do, it's gonna sit in there. Let us come up here and look at what we got going on. There might be something I wanted to bring. Remaining in this place. That's just basic resources. These are aluminum, sure. We like aluminum. What? Eggplants, sure. Ice, whatever. Be like goo, I guess. Good for us. Let's put iron in our pocket. I think we are largely done with this joint. Cool. That didn't really take all that long. Make one of those, we'll drink one of these. You can find some more iron along the way. I believe in us. What do we need? One more? Yeah. We'll find something to slap in our pockets at least. This may end up being the first test of our power, though. Like, if we slap down like 5 or 6 of the big drills, they do have a lot higher of a power requirement than anything else we put down in a while. So, I know we put down a whole bunch of those solar arrays, but this might actually tax that. So we might actually have to start making a power system. We just have kind of avoided it since then. Has not mattered. I could set up a power like screen, it would tell me, but also if it ain't a problem, I don't look at it. So seems like a bit of a hands-off approach, I know, but meh. Information you don't need is just mental clutter. That might also mean that we can put up that other rocket now, because we can also build that tier 2 biodome. So we're gonna do both of those things. Like, that tier 1's fine, but not what we need. So we're gonna actually go out there and do some tier 2 ones. So yeah, we're at 13%. Let's take this stuff out of our pocket for now. Let's slap these in here. Let's get this toxic nonsense out of here too. Get in there. Did this thing figure its life out? Nope, still working on life. I understand. Is it because it's full? Almost. Okay. Then we will go assist it. We are going to drop off iron somewhere. That somewhere is being more complicated than I want it to be, so we will set down another one of these. Why are you facing that way? The heck do you think you're doing? Let's drop our eggplants off at the yard. Blam. Alright, let's start sorting this thing out. Purified water in the pocket. You guys in the pocket. You gave me too many. Give me these in my pocket too. Alright, let's start sorting them. 2, 3, 4. Give me 4 mushrooms. 2, 4. Cool. So that's part of that sorted. Bam, bam, slamma, bam, bam. Are you still processing water? You are not. So I need another water in there, I guess. Extra toxins, whatever. We can just slap them in here. Cool. So that's that part sorted. Let's go start sorting out what we brought in the truck. Bam. Lots of that. The seeds are what I actually wanted from this. The other stuff can kind of chill in there for a second. Alright, buffering. Okay, so what did these actually need? We already have half of it. What we need is an extra fertilizer and an extra alloy for each one. But I needed the seeds for what I was going to do. So I want to put down an extra one. So we are going to need bam, 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 2 more as well. Bam, 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 and 2 more as well. Cool. What do I not need that's in my pocket? Why are you in my pocket? Get out of my pocket. Was there anything else I needed for this, or am I good to go? I need water. I specifically need less water than I'm gonna get, so I'm actually going to gain water. So you first need to take out the seed, then you can slap it down. Well, I can actually go along as I do, so we'll be in the same place. Let's just slam our seed in. Alright, give me this. Take it down. Slam a jam. Our seed back in. Bam, lamb. There we go. Slam and jam. Okay. This corner, we can put some stuff too. So yeah, let's put another one down. Cool. So that is going to be much more effective. How much more effective? Let's take a look. So this was 9.2. This one is twice as effective at oxygen and 4 times as effective at plants. Close to 5 times, actually. Alright, let's get rid of this. It ain't helping us like we thought it was gonna. Okay, so we are going to actually extend that way. So let us empty nonsense from here. We are going to need iron, and we are going to need more titanium. Each of these is what? 2 and 1. Okay. I don't actually know how many more we need, so we're going to start with 5, and we are going to go from there. I actually think we're going to need at least 2 more, so I am going to slam a jam 2 more down. We will eventually be able to reduce the number we have, but the thing is that when we need it, so harvesting the actual bark is kind of annoying. So what does this specifically need? And also these are pretty good for making oxygen anyway, because look at that, that's like so much oxygen. It's so much worth it. So we need 2 fertilizer for everyone. It's a good thing we made a bunch of fertilizer, huh? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can make 3 of them immediately. We are going to need 2 of the petri dishes for each one as well. So we're going to need at least 6. Is it? So at least 6. So that's going to take 18 of these. We're going to need an actual boat ton of water, so here we go. I knew we'd need a bunch of water for something. Let's get it in here. Hey, another level of that. I think it just makes it happen faster rather than more, so. But we will probably upgrade to that. So we're gonna need some sulfur. I mean, heck, we're gonna need frickin' more algae. Let's go sort that out while we're mobile. Yeah, we came out here with inventory. Yeah, it's not the first time we've done that, unfortunately. Well, fortunately I've got a storage thing right here. So, we'll sort that out as we go. Hey, give me my pockets. Okay, that'll be that. Oh. I guess I was looking at the wrong spot. Yeah, it's right here. %. Oh, we'll refill the whole bit right there. Not ready yet. Well, we do want to make 2 more, so we will need 6 and 6 more. So I am going to store that away for a second. Let's get these out of my pocket so they're not taking up room. We do want 2 more. I think it is 2 for each one, right? Yep. So we want 6 more. We need 2 more sulfur. Bam, bam. We got that sorted. Alright, what else do we need for this project? We also need a bunch of super alloy. So 1 for each one. We're gonna make 4. We're also gonna need a sulfur. Bam, bam. Get these in my pocket too. This should be what I need. Can I do it from inside? I might have to go outside, but we are going to at least find out. Actually, it might be easier to set it up from outside anyway. Like the first one was so picky that I think these are the same. First of all, let's see if this is too low for what I want to do. So yeah, that's too close. This is fine. Okay, and this is why I made this as long as I did. So, yep. Can we do it here? Bam. Well, our power's holding up. Well, we'll definitely be able to see these. Don't want to let me fly up there. I see. So there is that. That part is sorted. Did you guys finish growing? You did. Pick up a round of food. Let's start sorting this out now. Pull out that, pull out this, pull out this. Get in my pocket. As I said, it's not as difficult to run out of resources as you would imagine. If you just keep building, it goes pretty fast. So it seemed like we had built up a decent amount. I know how fast it goes if you're actually building stuff. Okay, so now we are going to want to look at those drills finally. So we need an absolute boat ton of these. So I'm going to start with the 4 of them. For that, I would need 24 of those. Let us see what I can do about that. I've got 15 in my pocket right here. I've got 3 right here. So that's 18 of them. We need 6 more. Now it's been a hot minute, but we can make as many of them as we actually want. We just have not been doing it. So we are going to start doing that. Okay, so that's 21. We need 3 more. So what did we not have enough of? Enough iron. So we need 3 more iron. 2 more magnesium. We can make another level of that. I bet that actually utilizes the rods that we had learned about. I haven't looked at the recipe, but that's my suspicion. Yep, I was right. It's not actually more expensive otherwise, though, but we do need to make a tungsten rod. And that is... I wonder how much it stores. Let us look to see how much more expensive this actually is. How much does a rod take? Hoo boy. Yeah, that is a little bit more. So, there is that. About the tungsten. We can't actually do it. We don't have the tungsten rods. So, I guess it's off the table till we can do that. That makes that simple. So then we just need osmium. So we have plenty of that as well. We are going to have to do this in 2 trips. There's too many required materials. 5, we need 1 more. So then we have to decide where we want it. Where would we want drills to be? Where would be a fun drill location? Well, we have this vast expanse of emptiness here. I guess this will do as well as anywhere. These things are actually pretty large. If we don't like the location, we can actually think there's a bigger tier that we get to unlock later as well. I think. So yeah, we need to get more. Unless this planet doesn't actually need them. That is also a possibility. Well, those 4 are significantly better. Let's actually take a look. So these ones were doing 17. These ones are doing 459. Each of these is worth like 25 of the other. It also is adding heat, equivalent to these. So each of these is also like one of these. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that our pressure is going to go up a little bit more now just with these 4. They are very expensive though, so we definitely paid for them. Let's look at this. How's it going? You accelerating? It is accelerating. So tungsten rod is coming up relatively soon. What did that next level of this cost? We didn't look at that either. More plastic rod, of course. Alright. Did we have this thing doing things? We did have it doing things. That is true. We are gonna need more storage for this corner. So let's clean out what's going on right now. Let's slap these in. We were actually working our way toward another rocket set, weren't we? So we are going to need 4 more of these. We are going to need... I see the problem. We didn't do that. It was these. Okay, get these in here. Well, we will come back for this then. Okay. Blam. 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 Okay. Fair enough. Well, I'm actually gonna take a break, and I will catch you guys in a while. Y'all take care. Bye-bye now.